Hi, my name is Moira Tran and I'm a top shelf financial model analyst. Today we will be talking about equity placement fees. So, whenever you're modeling some sort of real estate project or for any sort of asset class, there are a lot of fees that should be considered. And one of these fees that is most commonly forgotten is the equity placement fee, and this can also be known as the equity origination fee. So, what is an equity placement fee? An equity placement fee, commonly referred to as an equity origination fee, is a fee charged upfront by a broker to obtain limited partners, equity investors, or, some sort of other silent partner. When a real estate project is being underwritten, part of the project is funded by debt, which is, a loan from the bank, and the rest is funded by investor equity as well as some sort of, general partner equity. So, if the GP does not readily have any sort of investors accessible, they hire brokers to find limited partners. The GP must then pay a fee to the broker, similar to some sort of finder's fee, for finding investors to put equity into the project. Equity placement fees are typically anywhere from 0.5%, maybe up to 2% of the total equity requirement. Why are equity fees important? Although equity placement fees may not be applicable towards a project, it's important to consider whether it should be included or not. So, if investors are readily available to a GP or for the project, then an equity placement fee is not applicable. But if equity is provided through a broker, an equity placement fee will be necessary to create an accurate financial model. Typically, whenever you're calculating an equity placement fee, it would be some sort of percentage, so your equity placement fee percentage, and then you'd multiply that by the amount of equity raised. So, for example, let's say the placement fee is 2%, and then the requirement is $10 million. So you take the 2%, multiply it by 10 million, and you would get 200K. Typically, the equity placement fee is included in the construction budget of a development model or a renovation budget in an acquisition. And then here at Top Shelf Models, the equity placement fee is included in the soft cost of the construction budget of a development model. Right now, I am in the condo Top Shelf model, the condo development model, and I will be showing you how we calculate the fee here. So I am going to go ahead and go over to the construction budget. So our equity placement fee is a soft cost line item, and it is right here in line 47. I'll zoom in a little bit so we can all see it. There we go. And it's typically included in a soft cost item. So right now, the way that our model works is we just have some sort of preliminary soft cost. Right now, it's $300 per square foot for the project. And then we have a general soft cost amount of $1.5 million. So typically, sometimes we model it this way, just have a general assumption for it all, or sometimes if the client has it, or if we want to be more granular, we can go ahead and input all of the, detailed line items here, or we can just kind of create one preliminary cost that encases all of that. So we'll go ahead and go to the equity placement fee, which is here, row 47. I'm just going to go ahead and highlight it so that we can all keep track of it and zoom in a bit there. So right now, the way that the model works is you can either decide whether it's going to be a fixed amount, a per square foot amount, or a percentage, and we're going to have a percentage here. So I will go ahead and make this a percent. Click percent there, and then I always like to see at least one decimal place, but obviously you can have more. And so right now, the equity placement fee, let's just say that we're going to have a fee of 1.5%. Seems legit. And then this percentage kind of already populated. But the way that this formula works, it says that if this here, this cell E47 equals the word percent, then we'll be taking the percentage amount, which is 1.5, and then multiplying it by this equity amount, which is 2.8. And that's how we get the 43. And then I guess to do a quick check, we can do it here on the side, equals 1.5% times the equity amount down here, 2.8 million. Push enter, boom, 4305, and see, that checks out. So yeah, that is how we calculate the equity placement fee here in our model.